Air. Yes. Hello, 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 everyone. Todo el mundo. El mundo. First of all, let me do my test. Okay. The test is a success, as usual. Anyway, I am here to talk to you today about the two last episodes of this season of Miguel. I didn't do it last night because I was tired. Like it's been a week. It's been one of those weeks. And last week I didn't do like last week's like episode because I was having fun. So I was having fun outside, and by the time I got home, I almost missed the episode, but then I caught like a rebroadcasting, an uncensored rebroadcasting, which I'll get to that. But before we start all that, this Mundial was painful. Like for our favorite teams, my favorite teams, like Brazil died, lost. Like another team that lost that I wanted to win. I wanted Mexico to win. Japan, that was the saddest ending to one of the World Cups tournament. And then there was the winner, France. Viva la France! I'm okay with France winning. I would have preferred a Latin American country to win because I'm biased that way. Or Japan. Either one would have been fine. But go France. Now that is over. And there's awful things happening politically, which I don't want to talk about. That's more exhausting than anything. I'm wearing a hoodie sweatshirt that my Grammy, mi abuelita, me dio. It's from the Virgin Islands, if you can, the U.S. Virgin Islands. She went on a crucero. It was she gave me 3 shirts, a very see-through one, and another one that's I don't think she understood the implications of the other shirt that she gave me, and this one. So, anyway, the show. So I saw the uncensored version. Last week's episode dealt with the thing we already knew from the beginning of the show, and you already knew if you were a huge Luis Miguel fan, and if you know La Farándula Mexicana or Hispana, that he's not Mexican, not born Mexican. He was born Puerto Rican in Puerto Rico, which means he has U.S. citizenship. Probably why he comes back and forth between the countries so easily. I just figured that out. Don't know why it took me that while to figure it out. Luis Miguel is a very interesting person in the sense that he is white. He's not white. He nationalized himself. That was part of the episode. Mexican. His mother is Italian. She spoke Italian. She also was what is the palabra? She was also Argentinian. I see you, Sean. I just loaded the chat, so if it felt like I was ignoring you, I wasn't. I just forgot to load the chat. Hi, Sean. It's been a week. So yeah, he has Italian descent, Spaniard, because his dad is actually Spaniard. He has Argentinian roots because his mother is Italian, but she has family roots in Argentina. And to me, Argentines are just Italians. They're just Italians in the South America, mixed with the little Nazis, but fucking Nazis. What are you gonna do with them? And also he is Mexican because he naturalized himself Mexican. That was the subject matter of last week's episode. My favorite part of watching the uncensored version, which you should watch if they ever release it on Netflix. I'm pretty sure now that it's completely gone. Fuck you, that song. No, like now that it's completely gone off TV, they can't spoil it. If they put it on Netflix, they should put it on Netflix. Like, because there's like a shit ton of bad words that they censor out, and you kind of lose the context of what they're saying because they bleep like a whole sentence out because the dad would just slur up a storm. Sean, you're gonna be banned for spamming. Sorry. I'm kidding, by the way. So, like, so yeah, like I was saying, it's uncensored, and if you like sex scenes, they don't shy away from sex scenes in the uncensored version. It's, kind of freaking weird to look at. It's really weird to look at Luis Miguel as somebody who has sex. So yeah. If you want to see that, go ahead. Also nudity. There's full-on nudity, so you can just like enjoy that. That like one episode I saw uncensored. If it gets on Netflix, I'm gonna watch it like end to end because I feel like there were some things I missed because of the censorship. Like, so after like the girlfriend and the father of the girlfriend, which is a very rich man that lives in Mexico. He's Egyptian descent, but he lives in Mexico and he speaks Spanish, and he's very influential. Like The Room weird or what do you mean, like Showgirls in Room? Like, I'm sorry, I lost the thread. What do you mean by that? You mean like I find it weird that he's having sex? No, I find it weird. Not that it was filmed weird. It was filmed like a normal sex scene, I guess. I feel like the actress was a little awkward, but I think she was a little awkward, but I think it's because she just either never done a sex scene before, because she used to be a telenovela, and they do have sex scenes, but they don't have like full-on, you know, sex, like humping sex scenes. They just have like these cute little chaste, like, oh, they're just touching each other naked sex scenes. So, like, it's not terrible sex scenes. It's just, it's not fucking a belly button weird. It's just weird to me because it's weird that Luis Miguel has sex with anybody. But then again, he has 3 children. How the fuck would he? It's like saying, it would be weird if I found out that Michael Jackson ever had sex. If that ever makes sense. It's like your parents. It's like seeing your parents have sex. So it's weird to me in that context. So, if you don't speak Spanish, it's gonna be hard for you to understand it. I'm pretty sure that Netflix has a subtitle thing, but yeah, it's completely in Spanish. Except for some bits and pieces that they speak English because they're in America. Or because they're dealing with Americans. But that's about it. They speak Italian a lot in the novella, so there's like, you got a lot of Italian in there. I learned a little Italian, so there's that. So yeah, so he has to deal with the father-in-law not liking that We call it Father in Love, but subs over dubs. Yes, I forgot to say that. If you don't like dubbing, yeah, they'll just sub. They're sub it. I don't know if they have like a dub, which I hope to God they don't. Because I'm gonna watch another show on Netflix, which I've been watching for a while. It's kind of like a nice dark sci-fi show. I think it's called Dark. So there's that. So yeah, and it's dubbed. It's a German show, but it's dubbed in English, and you can tell it's dubbed. But I don't have a problem with dubs. I grew up with anime and dubs and shit like that, and subtitles and all that shit. So I don't give a shit about that. I'm used to that. But some people don't like it, and I understand. So yes, back to the story. Luis Miguel, Death Note 2017. No comentario. No comentarios. Oh, it's good. I know. Dark is good. The first 2 episodes I saw were really good. I just couldn't watch it because my mother confiscated the Netflix machine. She's been watching her telenovelas all the time, and I'm like, you know what? She has no play. Like she has a lot of like pain and suffering. I'll let her have fucking Netflix. So as I was saying, yes, the father-in-law hates Luis Miguel is lying to his daughter. They're old family friends, but he doesn't like the whole like he's dating his stepdaughter. By the way, it's his stepdaughter, but let's pretend that's his daughter because, in all honestly, he's raising her, so it's the daughter. And what I find funny is they call him Jaime, which si tú eres de la farándula mexicana or you watch it, you know a very famous guy. And if you watch English television, you know who I'm going to talk about. Jaime Camil is the father in Jane the Virgin, and that's that's his father, the guy I'm speaking of. And they called him Jaime to give you the simaclo, so you know who he is, because they can't tell you the name of these people because they will sue your ass. So so there's that, and his uncle Tito, if you know what I'm talking, his uncle is wanting money, so he keeps revealing. He's the one who revealed the whole schmegeggle thing that Luis Miguel was born in Puerto Rico. He lied about it. Technically, he was a child. The one who lied about it was his father, so I don't understand why the issue was an issue. It wasn't his fault. It was also the record company, because the record company goddamn knew damn well where he came from. It's in his fucking birth certificate. When you do, like, business transactions, you read those fucking things, so you know. So it was a marketing thing. It's kind of like the Milli Vanilli shit. I don't understand why Milli Vanilli got fucking crucified when the people who did that were the record executive and the record company. They just went along with the plan, because if you were a poor man in Germany, because they were Germans, the Milli Vanilli people, if you were a poor person in Germany who wanted, like, you were a singer and you wanted to make it, and some fucking asshole from a company says, all you have to do is lip sync to these motherfuckers and you'll make a lot of money and you'll be famous. Would you say no? No, I don't think so. So I don't understand why Milli Vanilli got all the hate while, you know, the record executive guy just made money off of their ass. You know, it's true. You know what's the worst thing is? They found out that they were lip syncing here in Connecticut. So I feel like it's partially my fault in a way, because my state revealed their crew. If you ever get like a chance to see Behind the Music with Milli Vanilli, fucking watch it. It's amazing. It's unfortunate that one of them passed away because he killed himself, because obviously like he was gay also. I think they were both gay. he was gay, and he was dealing with that. He was dealing with being ostracized because of corporate assholes using them for them to make money off of other people. I digress. So it's I don't understand why it was such a big deal, but I kind of understand why, because Mexico is very, very proud of their heritage, who they are as people, and unfortunately, they don't have a problem with people coming to their country and becoming stars there, living there, all that stuff. They don't have a problem with that. Yes, they can dance like a motherfucker. They don't have a problem with that. They don't have a problem with that. But if you come from another country and then you come and disrespect them, they do not take that very well. And I think that goes with any country, really. Hold on. If the fan is making a lot of noise, I'm sorry. So yeah, that happened, but he fixed it. He Luis Miguel is good with the media in the sense when he has to face them because he doesn't like facing them. He knows how to put on his bullshit face and do the bullshitting like spiel that stars have to do in order to, get along. He said, yeah, I wasn't born there. I was born in Puerto Rico, but I'm going to nationalize myself Mexican because I have always felt Mexican. And that problem was solved. Unfortunately, the main issue of this whole show was where the fuck is his mother? What the fuck happened to his mother? And he's still struggling to get that. Also, another thing is that now the secret that he was hiding, or he didn't want to believe, he didn't want to understand that he has a daughter. That he later recognized he did, but in this instance he didn't. He didn't want to recognize her. He didn't want to know about her. He didn't want to know nothing about him. Again, because if you watch the show, you know how fucked up his life was. It's like Michael Jackson, but well, it's like kind of exactly like Michael Jackson, to be honest with you. So, and there's some things, like, let's discuss the things they probably omitted from their show. Because he does not want to talk about it. Because Luis Miguel is doing the show, if you don't know. He's the one who wrote he gave him the okay and he wrote it. He's okay with him revealing that his father could be a possible murderer and such. But there's some things that he won't reveal that is a rumor. I'm going to say it's a rumor. That his father, in order to get what he wanted, like a record deal and influence in the big Mexican, like, upper echelons, like, there's, like, this whole thing with Mexican, actors and shit. Like, they're their own rich people. They have their own clubs. He dealt with this man that was called a very vulgar name that I won't repeat because that's another problem with the Mexicans. Kind of racist. But the man was a military guy. And he was rumored to like little boys. So they kind of didn't. They kind of said that the father gave the wife to him to the dude to have sex with, but I think that was them alluding to the actual fact that he gave his son for that. Because this man, if you've seen Luisito Rey in the show, this man has no morals. Had no morals. So in this episode, the last episode, we were like, get to the point. Or my mother and I were like, please get to the point. Please get to the point. Like, because I already knew that something wasn't going to end the way we wanted it to. So as you've been seeing, Luisito Rey is dying of something. Up until very recently, we were told he died of pneumonia. But the truth was he died of AIDS complications, because this man, there was also a rumor that he was gay, but I guess the rumor was because he died of AIDS, and back then, when he died in the 90s, the people thought that AIDS was just gay people stuff. And that's not true. It can happen through blood transfusions, sharing needles, and fucking people without protection. Or if you have an open wound and the person has an open wound and the blood gets in. So that's probably why the rumor. I don't think he was gay. What about Tyler Perry? What happened to Tyler Perry? I don't think that he was gay. I think that he just had AIDS because he indiscriminately fucked a lot of prostitutes. And he also was a pet, like he prostituted his children, so he wasn't very fucking. Luis Miguel was lucky he didn't get AIDS or HIV, because he gave him a lot of prostitutes too when he was like a teenager. So yeah, there's that rumor. Again, the uncle wants money. He just wants money. This guy was an awful person too. So he's extorting the record company that Luis Miguel is. If I reveal this truth that he had AIDS, it will be a huger scandal. I don't know why would it implicate the son, but back then, again, if you remember the AIDS scare, people only saw it as a gay thing and nothing else. So that would have brought out like awful implications for him. And I'm like, fuck, how much more secrets can this motherfucker like have? So the main contention of this episode is what happened to the mother, and the whole season was leading up to this one moment. Luis Miguel was going to Viña del Mar, which is in Chile. It's a giant music festival in Chile that Latin American artists go to. It's basically like the Apollo. Like, you go, if people hate you, they boo you off stage, which is so... I've seen Viña del Mar. It is fucking horrific when they bomb. But when they do good, they get awards. You keep getting awards. Like, the more applause you get, the more awards you get. Like, and you can get up to like a gold statue. I think it's like a gold eagle statue. And you can keep going until the audience doesn't want you anymore, or you're tired and can't do it anymore. So yeah, so Luis got into that when he was very young. He was like 14, 15. And the father wants the mother to sign a contract. The contract is the current contract that Luis is under. But he need the record company needs both parents' signature. So Marcela, if you remember, Luis left her to stay with the dad because she couldn't stand the man anymore. He was abusive, controlling, cheating on top of everything, cheating on her ass. So she couldn't take it anymore, and she left with all three of her kids, the littlest one, the middle one, and Luis. The asshole came and said, choose me or your mom, but remember, I'm the one who got you famous. So, of course, the poor kid who doesn't understand any of, like, he wants to stay, like, famous because that's what he is. He doesn't understand. He don't need that motherfucker. And so he went with him, and left his two brothers and his mother. And his mother has been depressed ever since. And he's been scared ever since to call her because he's afraid that she's mad at him. She's not. And so she goes thinking that Luisito is going to bring her son so she can finally see him. And obviously not. She takes the little boy with her, the little baby boy. That's the guy that everybody thinks that know what really happened because he was there. The house that they go into is Luisito Rey's mom's house, which they do a very beautiful, like, I guess it's a juxtaposition scenes, like when she is 1986 goes to that house, and in 1992 or 3 when Luisito has his pneumonia, the pneumonia that you get from AIDS. I don't quite remember what it's called. He's knocking on the door for his mom because he's dying and he needs his mom. And then you see, like, it's just, you can see the parallels. It's beautiful. So, yeah. So she goes into the house, but, of course, because nobody really knows what happened, they do this whole, like, she enters the home and fade away. So you have to go back to 1992. The father's dying. We go back to the beginning of the show, because the beginning of the show was Luis going to his concert, and he's receiving that his father is dying. And Luis goes back, and he's like, he's the only one who could tell me what the fuck happened to my mom. So he takes his other brother with him to Spain. He takes his brother with him to Spain to see. Oh, wait. There's more with the cock teasing. He takes his brother to Spain to fucking get his father to say something. Before his father says anything to him, he tells his brother, the Tio that wants the money, the extortion money from the record company, you will not tell my son. You will not tell my son what happened that day. That will be up to me to say. You promise me on the blood of our family, you will never tell him that. The guy promised. I don't know, like, such a extortion heavy motherfucker will actually keep that promise. Maybe. He promised it. He said, are you sure that that's the one thing you want to tell your son before you die? That that's the last thing you're going to leave your son with? So, like, they're building something up, aren't they? They're building up, like, could it be that he actually killed the poor woman? Could it be that he beat her senselessly to the point that she's in a coma somewhere in a different name? Could it be that he actually did lock her up in an insane asylum? These are the 3 theories that they have out there. So we get to the point. He has, Luis Miguel's girlfriend's there, his brother's there, his grandmother's there. He gets in there. His father, like, is dying of this, like, this pneumonia, this severe-ass pneumonia. You can hear him choking. And he's, like, asking him, ¿Dónde está mi mamá? And the father just stares at him, like, that stare of, if you lived with a family member that is a motherfucker, and you know that he will fuck you to the very end, that is the stare of this motherfucker. It's just staring at him like, oh, I have power over you with this one secret. This one fucking secret that you'll never get out of me. So the boy keeps screaming at him to tell him where the mother is, what happened to her, where is she? And then the father, like, does, you know, that, like, come here. And he goes, ¿Tú sabes dónde está tu mamá? And that's what he says, and he dies. And what I basically said, if you don't speak Spanish, is you know where your mother is. And he dies. And then cue to the oh fuck, what do you call those people? Business manager, I guess? Assistant, whatever the fuck. The guy who's in charge of Miguel shit is like, remember the investigation that you did with the government to find out where your mother is? They sent the paper. Here it is. This tells you. I was hoping your father would tell you. He didn't. Sorry. But I have to get into the moment. I have to act like that motherfucker act. That, by the way, he was a horrible human being the way that he was portraying him. But that actor, 100% good. So, the answer is in this vanilla envelope. So I had a feeling, because I was looking at the time, and I knew that there was going to be a second season. They left it that way. They left it there in the air. You don't know. Wait till next year to find out. For you'll never know what happened to his mother. By the way, these are real events. Like, this woman has been missing for 30 years. And nobody knows what the fuck happened to her. Why? The main one is that she's dead and the motherfucker murdered her. And that is it. That's what everybody thinks it is. So this man that was famous in his time, who gave us one of the biggest pop stars of Latin America, murdered a woman. And you wonder why Luis Miguel is so fucked up. And I guess that explains to me why Luis Miguel never interacts with his smallest brother ever. I think that his small brother saw everything. And he doesn't want either the world to know or anything. Like, the world to know. He doesn't want to deal with it. Because Luis Miguel is kind of the guy that I just close myself off. I don't want to deal with it. In fact, I'm pretty sure once he can no longer sing or tour, he'll just go into one of his mansions, close the mansion up, and you'll hear like a year or two later that he died alone in his home. Because he is that kind of person, and I understand. The world wasn't kind to him. And like, yes, he's famous. Yes, he's well known. Yes, he's rich. But he's really, like, fucked up in the sense that his father ruined everything for him. Like, everything. A sense of family, a sense of what love is, like, a sense of what success is, a sense of security, all that shit that you're supposed to learn as a child with your parents or a guardian was lost because of a man who wanted to live off his child's talent. That's pretty fucked up. It was a really good series. So when they put it on Netflix, watch it. If they repeat it on Telemundo, watch it. Watch it from start to finish. I'm going to end my stream now so Sean doesn't get scared with my throat noises. So, see you guys later. I might do another stream, like, I don't know, I doubt that I'll do another stream today because of other stuff. And, I have to, you know, I am going to do a stream tomorrow with Sean on his channel. Hopefully, God willing, nothing happens. That tomorrow we're going to talk about something. I'm not sure. That's fine. I'll make those noises as stream works. Yes, do that. So yeah, join me tomorrow on Sean's channel. He's in the chat. His name is Irishman Rants. We'll be talking about, I guess, fucked up YouTubers or some creepy weirdo that draws little girls weird and draws women in awful situations. Like, when feminists tell you that porn is demeaning to women, they mean this. So, or that guy, or some other thing. We'll talk about stuff. Maybe I'll threaten him with my knives. All my knives. And That will be a show. So I'll see you tomorrow, guys. God willing, que Dios me deje, que me deje hacerlo. Pero this was fun. Hopefully the second season is just as good, because after we deal with this situation, I hope that they deal with his older self to see what the fuck happened. See ya!